Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central. It's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show on iHeartRadio, your place for fun, informative, weekly car talk.
Well, welcome back to In Wheel Time, America's award-winning automotive talk show. And it's not just America that is award-winning.
Oh, no.
We have with us from Mexico, we have Richard Tomlin, owner and proprietor of Apex Motorsports. And he is at the, I'm going to say this, and you're going to correct me, the Chihuahua road race. Is that correct?
Well, that's the way I know it.
Richard, you there?
I don't think his Mexico connection is that good.
Ay.
Let me let's do something else. Let me keep working with him. See if we can do something better here.
Okay.
So Richard runs an automotive shop, but also a race car preparation shop, and they took a couple of cars down to this Mexican road rally, and it's basically run what you brung, follow the safety guidelines, and go fast. They brought the 60-something Falcon with them, and I've looked at that car there at the shop a number of times. What a gorgeous car, and very well built. And then I'm not real sure which Mazda Miata he brought. I know.
Now?
Yep, we can hear you now.
Yes, sir.
We can't see you, though.
Sweet.
So,
I finally made it.
Yeah, we can't see you,
Sorry
but I'd
about
rather
that.
hear you than see you. So tell us.
That's good. I'm pretty ugly anyway. So.
So tell us about what's going on in Chihuahua.
In Chihuahua, Mexico, we're competing in the Chihuahua Express. This is our 7th year competing in this race, 1,273 miles on public roads to get close so we can go have a good time. About 400 miles that is flat out with participants from around the world. This year, 39 cars. We brought 2 of the 39. The Miata that everybody loves to call the Death Miata.
Now, is that the Miata with the V8 in it? We lost him again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me try something here.
I know. Richard built. He has a Miata that's got a V8 in it. I don't know if that's the one that they brought, but they brought the black Miata and the red Ford. But 400 miles as fast as you can on public roads
In Mexico.
Tell me that's not bordering on crazy.
Yeah, it's
While they're on their phone, though?
No, that's Don while he's on his phone talking to us, doing 70 miles an hour on the back roads of Texas. But and Richard's been going down here to Chihuahua. I guess it's Chihuahua.
Chihuahua?
Yeah, it's
Why do I call it
Chihuahua. Because you're just that. That's you.
Richard's been bringing vehicles down there for a number of years, so he's got a lot of experience down there doing this. And I'm sure that experience pays off when you're on the road to know where the lefts and the rights are. I was going to ask him how much recon you're allowed to do as a driver to go out there and kind of run the road ahead of time.
Or is there a co-pilot with the right, left? You got this coming up. It's a bank. It's a chicane.
Yeah, and how sharp a right and what speed and how much trust you have to got in that guy that's sitting next to you telling you all that, hoping somebody didn't rip a page out of the middle of his book somewhere.
And if he speaks English.
Well, I imagine that you're bringing your team with you. This isn't you get there and you rent an Uber driver.
Although they can enter.
The Uber drivers,
they can enter.
They go uber fast.
Uber, yeah. Nice.
All right. How's that?
Much better.
How's
Better. Yeah.
Just a call and no video. So
Yeah.
anyway,
we can live with that because we got lots of questions. We've been talking about you.
go ahead. You talk away and I'll answer questions.
Do you have a navigator? Does someone navigate for you? Does someone navigate for you while you're driving?
Oh, yeah. Every car requires a navigator. So you've got a driver and navigator in each car. The routes, they provide a route book for you as well. You get a route book for each day that gives you turn-by-turn instructions, curve by curve. It even notates if you've got bumps in the road. So it's very, very well planned.
So
that brings up something that Conrad and I was just talking about. Do you get a chance to go down there kind of like pre-survey or run the route or walk it or something ahead of the race?
Recon the route.
Recon.
Yeah, they call them recce's. There are teams that do it. There are teams from around the world. They'll be down there 2 weeks before, and they'll drive up the route. The issue is to drive these routes of public roads that are closed when we race. When you're driving them normally with other traffic and vehicles on the road, it's really not that effective. But it's really just getting familiar with the engineering. The layout of the roads are just completely different from what we do in the U.S. So sometimes it's just learning the lay of the land is what I call it. It helps for sure.
And
we've not done that yet. We want to.
And when you go down, because how many years have you been going down for this?
Yeah, this is our 8th year. We've competed 7 other years. This is our 8th year.
And is it typically on the same course, or do they move the course around on you?
This is the first year there's been any changes to the course, and they actually made the competition stage a little bit longer. So we're over 430 miles now of flat-out racing of the 1,270 that you run. So there's a new route today. I won't get a chance to drive it myself, but it comes around the backside of the mountain, and everybody says it's a great road. So I'm sure we'll get feedback from the drivers as soon as they arrive. We're about an hour and a half, 2 hours from them being in at their first service today.
So 430 miles on public roads as fast as you dare. That has to take a lot of community support to block those crossroads and to protect the drivers as as protect the. It doesn't.
As we say, all of our entry fees go to the federale and local police retirement funds. 90% of what we pay actually goes to their retirement funds. And they put a man or a woman or an unidentified police officer at every driveway along the route when we race through it. But the amazing thing is you think it would interfere with all 3 days, but the reality is if we're doing like a 10-mile stage, they may have to block off 50 driveways. But with the 39 cars, they're blocking that off for 50 minutes. Here's all the road will be closed while we come through. And then the road's open right back up.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it's not shutting it down for 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
So
no, it's just for the time for us to go run.
And
so literally, there could have been a truck driving down it. Let's just say a Chevrolet truck, maybe that would leak some oil, driving down the road. 5 minutes before you jump on the road to go drive it, flat out. You just don't know what you're going to see or what's going to be there, and that's part of what makes it so risky. You know?
So much fun.
It's just entertainment. It's fun.
Interesting is a good word.
Yes, it's a challenge that most people don't see. And when you talk to people like, oh, I run track days, I do HPDE, this stuff's amazing, don't get me wrong. I love it. I've been doing it 20-plus years. But this is a whole new level. This is where road racing started, La Carrera Pan America, racing from Guatemala to Laredo over 7 days. I mean, the names of people that competed in that race is just unreal. Everybody who's in motorsports, every major motorsport that's out there in the 50s that exists today, they were all started here in La Carrera back in Mexico back in 1948 through 52.
And somebody was driving an Oldsmobile back then, because I remember seeing that on the on some of the videos. But that's just me. You don't have to explain that.
So
tell us about
Oldsmobile and the Lincoln.
Tell us about the Death Mazda.
Think about the Porsche Pan America. Same thing, Porsche Pan America. They still carry on that name today. You got a question? Sorry, I missed that. Go ahead.
Well, that's okay. Tell us about the Death Mazda. Tell us.
I couldn't get it.
Tell us about your Mazda Miata that you brought.
No, the Mazda. The Mazda is a 1.8 liter motor with a Kraftwerk supercharger on it. Makes about 210 horse, weighs about 2,300 pounds. Topped out at 148, which is kind of crazy in a Miata. But it's on Hoosier tires this year, so having a hell of a time with it. A lot of grip, a lot of opportunity.
Do you speak the language?
I do not. I can order my beer. I can order my food. I can figure out where the bathrooms are. My left and right directions, and that's about it. The amazing thing is, I would say most of the Mexican culture, they all speak English. Just some of them are shy about speaking it. And as long as you're not an asshole to them, they're very respectful, and they're very grateful that we're here, that we bring our vacation money and our time and our cars down here to play with them and help their economy out a little bit, too.
Yeah, I imagine you guys
They say the race brings $13 million to the economy here, this one race.
Wow.
So, not sure if
So-
that's true or not, but that's a whole lot of money.
Is
Yeah,
that,
it
is that
surely
dollars
is.
or pesos?
It's dollars. He said, "Be
That's
respectful."
dollars.
I'll smack him
Okay.
in the head for you,
Yeah,
Richard.
please do. So Richard,
Yeah, yeah.
how far? I'm not sure how to put this. I'm trying to figure out where in Mexico you are. How far into Mexico are you when you leave at
The
Alvin?
town,
Yeah.
not far. So from Houston, we drive over to Alpine, Big Bend National Park, and we cross the border right there at Presidio. Once we cross that border, it's 3 hours. You're in the city of Chihuahua, which is little Houston. I mean, it's just like Houston. I mean, Applebee's, Chili's, Walmart, I mean, Home Depot, you've got it all. It's just little America. Where we're at today is a little further south and east of Chihuahua, and it's down at their Copper Canyon, larger than the Grand Canyon. It's huge. The spectacle. It's a big tourist trap for the state of Chihuahua. But just Google Copper Canyon. It's really impressive. And we're only, I mean, like I said, it's 3 hours, and their speed limits are much slower here. Like their speed limit on the highway here, the highest you'll get is like 58 mile an hour. So it takes us 3 hours at 58 mile an hour because we just decided we don't want to speed in Mexico. We don't need to deal with that kind of stuff.
And you also brought the Ford Falcon, which has been that's been a piece that's been at your shop a number of times when I've been there. And are you guys doing the full support program for it, or did you guys just haul it down there for them?
No, it's running the full program. It's full race. We're having some issues with the bump steer on it. It's a little bit aggressive. We lost an axle yesterday early in the day. The axle we repaired last night. The retaining ring that goes behind the bearing on the Ford 9-inch basically came loose. So we did a what we call roadside fix. Took the axle out, hammered the ring back down, put 4 tack welds on it, ground the tack welds down, reset bearing and race, and bolted it back together and sent them on its way.
That'll teach
So car's back on track this morning. It should be here.
That'll teach that ring for popping out if you're gonna weld it back in. That's a little permanent fix there.
Yeah, work to fix when we get home for sure. But
Oh, yeah.
get it back on the road and let's go.
So when you're down there, you brought 2 vehicles on trailers. So I'm assuming you also brought a couple of support vehicles. Now, on those support vehicles, is there a place out on the course that you place them, or do you go all the way to the end of the day's event?
Yeah, so the course is basically run away from Chihuahua each day, and then you have a service at the end, and then you turn around and drive back. So basically, we drive the full route that they're going to race on, but it's not closed off for us, so we're dealing with public traffic. We get there, we park set up, which is where we're at now, and we're waiting on them to arrive. They'll arrive, we'll service them, they'll take off, and they're racing back, so we will be held up in traffic waiting to go back. But they'll beat us back to the hotel. They'll have beer before we do. And if not, they'll have a list of things for us to do when we get back.
Or leave them a tab. Yeah.
Leave him the tab.
Yeah, and we've got 5 crew with us. There's five crew members to take care of 2 cars. There's 4 drivers, so we're traveling with a party of 9 right now.
Okay. And how did yesterday? Is today the start, or did you guys start yesterday?
Yeah, so the Falcon died early, but he was like 13th on stage. Miata did good. They were at 10th and 12th position, kind of in the standard position where they normally run. But Scott Butler, our driver, had a pretty big off 2 years ago and broken his back. So he's just easing back into this, as he says. He's got the volume on 3, out there driving safe and making sure he doesn't screw anything up.
Well, that's a smart way to do it. Get your feet wet before you go all out on.
Yeah, cars are doing well. We're doing well, and it's a race on public roads. It's just never going to be perfect. You're going to have challenges. You're going to have potholes. You're going to have things you break and things that fail, and we make a living fixing those things.
As you say, that's part of what makes it
Good.
fun.
Mm-hmm. The challenge. If it was easy, anybody could do it.
Oh, we would be.
So when
Yeah, exactly.
So when do you head back when this is all over? Are you coming back Sunday, Monday, later in the week?
Yeah, the race ends Sunday about 3, and a lot of teams will leave and they'll head to the border Sunday night and then cross in the U.S. and drive home late. We prefer to stay here, drink a bunch of beer, and celebrate that we finished, enjoy the culture of this place, and then we usually get up Monday morning at like 5. That way we're at the border at 8 o'clock. We cross the border, and make a leisurely drive back to Alvin, and we'll be back there Monday night by 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Okay. So cervezas
Yep.
for
Then
all.
right
You
back to
don't.
work Tuesday morning. Get after it.
Yeah, really.
We should do that
Back to
here.
life.
Drink beer
Be
for
okay.
him.
Drink a beer
True.
for him.
Very true.
Well, that's awesome. We appreciate you joining us, Richard. You're always fun to talk to on the air. You bring a perspective that we don't have because none of us have ever really raced at the level that you have, much less supported race teams the way that you do and building cars and fixing them on the road like that.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
What are the future things? I know you have a couple other events that you do each year. What's next?
Yeah, so we've got, I'll be with you guys soon. We're going to be doing some radical talk out at Utah Motorsports Park. They're at Barber this weekend. We've got a race at Sonoma this year as well. And, of course, Pikes Peak is coming up very quickly. We'll be at Pikes Peak as well, and we'll have you guys along for that. I think we're going to try and do some video clips and send some video clips to maybe make it easier, because communication on the mountain is very difficult. But we got some good stuff in the works, and setting out a race with Gina is going to happen at HMP. It should be July 2nd is our official date, and it's going to be a hoot. Looks like we're trying to get a $5,000 purse for first place right now, so that should get people stirred and get people to show up and want to race.
Oh, cool. Well, again, thanks a lot for joining us, Richard. You guys be safe out there and be fast.
Very fast.
Absolutely. We'll talk to you soon, man. Be good.
All right, thanks.
Be careful. Thanks.
So
Cool stuff.
You
One of
drive,
these days, we need to go down there and do that.
drive to Chihuahua, Mexico. Drive as fast as you can for 3 days.
Drink
on
beer.
Public streets. Drink beer at night and wake up in the morning and do it again.
Awesome.
Sounds fun.
Sign me up.
We could
I
start
went to-
one of those rallies here.
Yeah.
We should.
And you
Well,
know,
Mars does
and
it
he
every-
goes
every
he goes
Saturday.
3 hours into Mexico because at Presidio, there's nothing. I mean, there's still dirt roads, the main roads in Presidio, except for the highway when they goes through it. Last time I was down there, and then when you, like you said, when you go across the border, Ciudad, I don't remember exactly the name of the town that's across the border, but it's almost like being in a small town in America. So the bigger town where he's talking about with Chili's and all that, there's drag strips down there and all kinds of
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. I would think it's, kind of a normal town, but not normal to block off the streets.
No, that's a
and let
little
the crazy
different.
people
Yeah.
from all around the world drive through your streets.
That
as
is
fast as you
definitely
can.
a little bit different.
Well, they do a little bit of that here in the States. Is it the Silver State Classic that's running?
I don't know
it's
that.
like, yeah, it's like 92 miles in Nevada, and it's flat out, but it is way out in the boonies, and they close it off, and it is, it is a flat out race. Where this doesn't sound like it's so far out in the boonies because I stand a cop at every driveway along
Yeah.
the way.
It's like the Big Bend road race out in West Texas. There's a road race out there, and cars are classified. If you want to go 150, well, you got to meet certain
safety
specs
standards.
that apparently doesn't go into effect in Mexico so much. But it's the same thing. It's on the open roads, and they block it off. But it's like 3 miles in between driveways, for ranches and stuff out there. It's not like towns.
Yeah.
Well, you said there's only so many vehicles, and it's not very long. They have to block it. So
Well, but still, manpower.
Yeah.
It just costs money.
That's right.
that's all it does.
So next up on the list is
We're way ahead of schedule.
Are we way ahead of
So
schedule?
do you want to do some more automotive news to catch up?
Sure.
And then we already did the racing calendar,
Correct.
and then we'll do my review.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, well, I've got, so far as automotive news, the Texas Attorney General's office is suing Vroom, an online used vehicle retailer, for allegedly misrepresenting and failing to tell customers about holdups in transferring vehicle titles and obtaining registrations. The deceptive trade practices lawsuit filed this week by Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton claims Vroom burdened thousands of customers by not making them aware of document processing hiccups. That's terrible. The lawsuit also alleges Vroom misconstrued the history, condition, and finance terms of vehicles it sold. Vroom is also accused of mismanaging its pandemic-era growth to a point that the company procedures have become ineffective, according to the suit. In the last 3 years, consumers filed nearly 5,000 complaints with the Better Business Bureau and the Office of the Attorney General of Texas over these alleged issues, according to the lawsuit. About 4,000 of those complaints were made in the last 12 months.
So failing to change the public's opinion of a used car salesperson.
That's right. That's right.
You know, General Motors, we talked a little bit with Corey before that Ford has 200,000 pre-orders for 150,000 vehicles being built. General Motors has 140,000 reservations for the upcoming Chevy Silverado, and they're only supposed to build about 80,000 of those. So the market is strong for EVs.
Mazda is trumpeting its new CX-50 compact crossover as an alternative to its popular CX-5. But some observers predicted the automaker will do what it has done in the past and eventually kill the older product in favor of the newer one.
Yep.
Mazda is spinning it as having two models in the same segment for different buyers. But in reality, it's just what happens when they introduce the CX-30, then the CX-3, it stuck around for a couple of years, and then boom, it was gone.
Yep.
Yep.
General Motors began tying and I mentioned this earlier, a significant part of long-term executive compensation with the company's electric vehicle goals, said Mary Barra on Tuesday. Remember, she's the one who got paid $29 million last year,
Mm-hmm.
so she's setting it up to make more.
Well, and then, yeah. And
Barra said the compensation targets will include volumes of EVs in North America, as well as launch timing and quality of such vehicles. Barra said the new compensation benchmarks are meant to underscore the company's commitment to electric vehicles.
Now, we've been to Detroit. We were just in Mexico. Let's go to Tokyo. Datsun revived its 2013 as a low-cost emerging market brand, is dead in all but name after the parent company Nissan pulled the plug on global production. The Chennai, India joint venture operated by Nissan and its French alliance partner Renault ceased output of the Datsun Ready-Go 5-door subcompact in March. No more.
General Motors expects expenses for its autonomous driving subsidiary called Cruise to be about $2 billion. That's with a B. $2 billion this year. GM's chief financial officer Paul Jacobson said in the company's first quarter earnings call. The company recently opened its driverless robo-taxi operation to members of the public in the city of San Francisco. It currently covers 70% of the city and aims to operate across all of San Francisco 24 hours a day, 7 days a week without a person in the front seat.
Wow.
The Cruise co-founder Kyle Voigt confirmed during the briefing that Cruise has indeed applied for the final permits with the California Public Utilities Commission to be able to begin fuller or more coverage of San Francisco as well as services throughout the state of California. So far, Cruise has not made GM any profit. In the first quarter of this year, Cruise incurred losses of $325 million, a figure that is exclusive of the $1.1 billion compensation expenses that Cruise has for their executive board. So let's see, 29 million.
Let me ask you something.
Billion.
If this thing it's driverless, it's robot, it's EV. So what's cost them so daggone much money?
It's GM.
You got labor unions. You've got all that stuff.
Well, you got to remember it's California, so they got to pay the city of San Francisco. All the small cities within San Francisco probably have to pay them some exorbitant permitting fees. They've got to pay, probably the county. They've got to pay Newsom's wine bill out there at the French Laundry
and Nancy stuff.
So
it's like
and that's why I bring this up.
$75-80 million a month.
They're putting $2 billion in it this year. They've already bled $1.1 billion. They lost $325 million in the first quarter of this year, but Mary Barra is making $29 million.
You could have hired a lot of people, put taxis in a lot of people's hands, for $325.
Well, this is going to dovetail because I've got all the international stories. Out of Washington, Toyota Motor Corporation is once again being targeted by a political action committee after resuming donations to certain federal lawmakers. Stop it. In a statement Monday, Toyota said it has resumed contributions to some members of Congress after a 6-month pause and extensive discussion with internal and external stakeholders. We will not support those who, by their words and actions, create an atmosphere that incites violence. The Japanese automaker said Toyota's employee pack will continue its long history of giving equally to Democrats and Republicans based on the best interests of our company, workforce, and the U.S. automotive industry.
So cancel culture is trying to hit the automotive industry, and Toyota is giving them the big
shebang.
Dodge is due to unveil the all-new Hornet compact sport utility in August in both a turbocharged internal combustion engine and a PHEV powertrains will be available. And you got to remember, Hornet's been a show car of Chrysler for a number of years.
Yep.
So it's interesting to see him bring back a production vehicle. General Motors and Ford both donated 50 trucks to Ukraine to try and get people out. GM gave 50 Tahoes, and Ford gave 50 Rangers. So, it's good to see the American companies playing on that. Nissan's endurance racing Z car could pave the way for an inevitable Nismo model sold at the retail level.
Oh, I got a Nissan story, too. It's the Z car, 400 horsepower, twin-turbo, symbol of the struggling Japanese automaker's revival, is the latest product launch to be derailed by the global supply chain woes. So no more of that, or it's going to get difficult. They reported that the launch would be pushed to between July and September of this year. Nissan blamed the delay on ongoing semiconductor shortages and supply chain disruptions from the spread of COVID-19. I don't know. Did the chips get sick with it or something? Or
no, I just think as they shut down, you got to think, what is Shanghai is shut down right now.
Yeah.
As they shut down those cities, if there is chip production in those cities, those people are at home jumping out of the windows.
Yeah, they're just dragging them to jail too if they don't.
And and so there is no chip production. Ford has announced they are going to pull out of the 2022 SEMA show, getting their customers to focus on the comprehensive catalog of Ford performance parts and accessories that they can purchase online or at their local Ford dealers. So that's kind of a big thing for Ford to pull out of SEMA.
Yep, that's interesting. I've got a Tesla story since we haven't talked about Elon. Tesla Inc. wiped off $126 billion from its valuation in a single session Tuesday, with stock down 12.2% to $876.42 on investors concerned that Elon Musk may sell shares to complete his $44 billion takeover of Twitter Inc. So, and we talked about before the show went on about Elon and all of his travels through business and industry. So, good stuff.
Of the 3 large pickup trucks to receive insurance highest safety ratings, 2 of them are Fords. The highest safety rated tested vehicle was the 2022 Ford F-150 Crew Cab. It topped the IIHS charts for truck safety, and then the 2022 Ford F-150 Extended Cab placed 3rd place in there, and the one in the middle was the Ram 1500.
We've kind of run over on time. Are we going to go to break here shortly?
Yep.
Not just this second. So we're going to come back, and then I'm going to do the car review at the top of the hour. Or you want to wait, Mike, for later on?
Wait later on.
Okay. So we're going to do a break here in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
Father's Day weekend, Saturday, June 18th, 2022. It's the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In, and you're invited. Tailpipes and Tacos Father's Day edition will be at the same Loopy Tortilla in Katy, 8 to 11 a.m. on Saturday, June 18th. It's the only place cruisers compete for trophies and other prizes. Enter your vehicle for Best Hot Rod, Best Classic, and Best Modern Classic. Tailpipes and Tacos is Houston's coolest cruise-in and is your opportunity to see the best hot rods, show cars, classics, and resto mods, and get Loopy Tortilla breakfast tacos and adult beverages. There's no entry fee, and cars will automatically compete for custom Loopy trophies and other prizes. It all happens at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10. Kick off summer with Tailpipes and Tacos Father's Day edition, Saturday, June 18th. The In Real Time Car Talk Show will be there too. Celebrate Father's Day, the start of summer, and the return of Tailpipes and Tacos. Saturday morning, June 18th, 8 to 11. We'll see you then, weather permitting. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is now part of the iHeart family. Now you'll have access to 24/7 Car Talk anytime you need a fix. Just download the iHeart Radio app and ask for In Wheel Time Car Talk, and there we are. Be sure to save us in your iHeart library for instant access. No matter where you are, you have the best Car Talk Show right on your PC, laptop, or mobile device and never have to worry about finding us again. Of course, you can always get access to our video and audio streams via InWheelTime.com and your favorite podcast channel, and all of this is free to you. From the iHeart Radio app, you'll not only hear our Saturday morning live show, but the best shows of the past, updated weekly. Never miss a minute of up-to-date new car reviews, pre-owned reviews, Conrad's Car Clinic, informative interviews, automotive news, and the most fun car talk show on the planet. Just download the iHeart Radio app, search for In Wheel Time Car Talk, save it to your library, and with a tap of the icon, you'll be in touch with your favorite Car Talk team. In Wheel Time Car Talk, streaming now on iHeart.com/In Wheel Time Car Talk. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.